Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Happy New Comic Book Day, December 4th, 2024. I hope all you guys found all your books in your cubby, on your new comic book shop wall, or mailed to you. However you guys get your books, I hope you found all the books you're looking for this week. I know I did here in the Loud Mysterious Black Bag. It was a pretty big week for me, as it seems the first week of every month is. I got 6 books. As usual, I've read all the books. And we're going to do some light spoilers. I've listed them in order from least favorite to favorite. And we'll talk a little bit about each book. Before we get dived into that, I do want to let you guys know I'm over on Whatnot now. Come check me out on Whatnot. Links are below. Selling mystery boxes and tons of other raws, keys, slabs, all kinds of stuff. Come join us, hang out. Alright guys, let's get dived into the Loud Mysterious Black Bag here. Loud bag out of the way. And first up, in the number 6 spot, I've got Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider, issue number 8. And, man, for the second, not week, but for the second issue of this series in a row, as I start reading the issue, I had to go back and look in my bins, did I get number 7? This seems like we skipped a beat. So they've done this 2 issues in a row now where, and I kind of looked I don't know, we jump forward in time a little bit with every issue, and that's a bit frustrating. This whole series kind of started for me with the mystery of why is Spider-Gwen on, the main Earth right now? Why is she not on her, alternate multiversal Earth? Why is she here? There was some sort of reason that she had to be here, but she wouldn't tell anybody, and so therefore they weren't telling us as readers either. And so that's kind of what hooked me. I was like, okay, this could be interesting, an interesting reason for her to be here, or I don't know, but that is not what is happening yet. We're not even talking about that. We're off on a whole other storyline, which is okay, and I was kind of trying to get invested, I feel like, but I feel like they've been just jumping. So yeah, needless to say, I don't know, it just hasn't been what I expected, and it's almost, it's on the chopping block. Basically, I didn't enjoy that issue, and I'm like, should I even buy the next one? I don't think I've enjoyed the last 2. We'll see. It depends. Maybe a cover will get me to give it another try, but that might get dropped, guys. Moving on to my number 5, because I didn't try to limit it. I try to stay 4 or 5 is where I'm comfortable. I don't even mind weeks where there's 3 books. That kind of gives me a little bit more, just. Then you're only spending $15 when you get 3 books. You get 6 books, $30. Yeah, so I try to be careful and limit it, but that's why I'm picky, and maybe Spider-Gwen goes. In my number 5 spot, I've got Miles Morales Spider-Man issue 27. Super cool cover here. He's still like a vampire, got the vampire bloodlust stuff going on. I actually kind of appreciate that Cody Ziegler's not just one and doneing the fact that during the Blood Hunt storyline this summer, Miles was infected and became a vampire, and he's kind of like, all right, I'll run with that. And I'll create a whole storyline where he kind of has to jump through some hoops and do some things in order to get rid of this vampirism. And, I appreciate that. Just not, just kind of taking the storyline for what it is. Okay, here's where my character's at. where can we go, what could be interesting. And I think actually, developing how he cures himself is an interesting storyline, and I'm glad we're actually taking it on, instead of just, because we could have had vampire suit, one and done, he's cured, on we go, right? But instead we're gonna really explore that. And I kind of like how Black Panther's helping him. I think it's fun. It's been a fun issue or fun run. In my number four spot, I have Conquest 2099 number 4. The art in this one's super awesome, and the storyline was okay. There's a lot of battle going on, and we're kind of jumping back and forth between the different battles that are taking place. So it's like lots of action, and if you get what I'm saying, it's lots of action and punching and fighting and superheroes going at it, and then we introduce a new character again. And I'll be really honest that the Conquest 2099 is kind of, or not Conquest specifically, but Steve Orlando's, I hate to point out a guy, but Steve Orlando's, for me, he's run his course on 2099. Every issue, I feel like he's introducing a new character, 2099 version of the characters. And though that is kind of cool, you do it a couple times and you introduce a few new characters, and then you tell stories with those characters and fully flesh out who they are. But that's kind of not what's happening. We're just introducing characters, and then introducing a new character, and then introducing a new character. And I'm getting a little tired of that. I don't know. That's my thoughts. I would appreciate some more Spider-Man 2099 in my Conquest 2099 book. He is our most famous and popular character from the 2099 universe. It's kind of sad that he's not being used very much. We are using some of the other characters that have been introduced over the last 2 years of Steve Orlando's different 2099 miniseries, and so that's kind of interesting. But as a giant 2099 fan, I'd almost, we had that one miniseries that was written by Peter David, and I'd almost just prefer Peter David was giving us these miniseries. That's my 2 cents. I don't know. In my number 3 spot, this is where we start getting into books that I really thoroughly enjoyed. We got Wolverine number 4, Legacy 395. We're approaching 400 with Wolvie. And this storyline is just, I'm all about it. Like, I've heard some people review this poorly, and I'm like, I'm not sure we're reading the same book, or I don't know. It's kind of, I really like this storyline. We've got like this kind of a newish bad guy that's taken some of the other bad guys and superpowering them. And at the same time, Wolverine's trying to save this character who he met in issue 1 or 2, who's like a Wendigo, basically, that's a younger kid that became a Wendigo, and is still sort of able to control himself, and Wolverine's kind of trying to help him and see if he can't cure his his Wendigo lust, or the Wendigo form, or I'm not sure. But I kind of like Wolvie being a little soft-hearted oldie, and I like how this one's going. And he's just a great hero right now, in this run. He cares for people. He wants to save people. He's the Wolverine I know and love, and I'm really enjoying this whole entire, like, was it From the Ashes, I think, or relaunch. I'm really enjoying a lot of a lot of the main titles. You know, X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, Wolverine, and also X Factor. I haven't not too much on. I've tried a couple of the other ones, but those are the four that I'm sticking with. I hope you guys do too, so that they get at least 12 issues and I get a full story arc. All right, on to my issue. This is my number 2. We've got X-Men, Jed McKay's X-Men number 8. And it's Raid on Grey-Malkin, part 1 of 4. We do get Stegman on the majority of this issue, and, you know, I kind of like the other artists a little bit better, but hey, it is what it is. He's got his kind of very cartoonish style, and it works. It works. It really does. I enjoyed this issue. I thought it was a lot of fun. We're going back and forth in this between kind of several storylines that are going on, and it all kind of brings itself to a head where all the characters finally are together, you know what I'm saying, and they're gonna fight the bad guy, if you will, or maybe they're gonna fight each other first, and I guess we're gonna find out in the next issue. But, I mean, that's all over the front cover. I'm not spoiling anything. We've got, you know, Rogue punching Cyclops. Like, wait, what? I don't think that's going to last too long. There's not really any reason for them to fight. Not sure why they're even kind of coming to blows, but I guess it's entertaining and it makes a cool cover and makes people curious what's going on, so they want there to be a little bit of animosity or jealousy between the two teams that are going on right now, but I can't buy it. In my number 1 spot, again, this run's just super fun. I've got Batman 155, the Chip Zdarsky run. That's just been brilliant. Really like the art in this one too. Fornes comes in and nails it out of the park, and I don't know, this one's a really good like mystery detective story, and in this issue Batman does some detecting and we finally start to get to the root of the cause problem and who has actually set up our good friend Gordon. And I think the payoff was worth it. The art delivers, and Batman feels like Batman. Really enjoyed this Chip Zdarsky run, and I'm kind of sad to you know, for him to go. Even though we're getting Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee on the book, it's kind of I personally feel like Chip hasn't said everything he's wanted to say, or maybe, you know, let him speak for himself, but I'd like to get a little bit more, because this run's been so good that I don't want the train to end, right? All right, guys, that's what I have today. Remember, click the links below. Come hit me up on my Whatnot shows. Come hang out with me. We'll see you guys all next time, and have a great day.